Past the hour, joining us now, Director of the Office of Management and Budget, Mick Mulvaney. Very good to have you on the set with us. Thank you for coming in.
Happy to be here on a beautiful, warm, sunny day. According to the Congressional Budget Office, it's sunny and 74 outside.
The sun is, well, coming up behind the blizzard. So we are looking at these CBO numbers, and Republicans have in the past supported CBO numbers. Is it safe to say you have in the past supported CBO numbers?
Well, I think what you're seeing is something we have talked about in the past as Republicans, which is, look, you have to sort of rely on the CBO to count money.
Right.
Because that's why it's there. We've been very critical in the past about their ability to count coverage numbers, insurance coverage numbers. I think just 3 years ago, for example, it was back down in 2013, Obamacare was already around, and they did an estimate then of what Obamacare would look like this year. And the number that they estimated at that time, not 20 years ago, not just 3 years ago, there'd be 24 million people on the exchanges. Today it's 11.5. They missed by 50% over a window of just a couple of years. It's really, really hard to do this. We don't even try to do this at the OMB. That's how difficult it is. CBO, good at counting money in and out, numbers, taxes, policies, and so forth. Not so sure they're the best folks to count insurance
the
coverage.
question that's been asked over and over and over again, though, is are people going to lose health care coverage? Are people going to be uninsured under Trump care or whatever you want to call it, this new plan or this repeal and replace? And Republican after Republican who supports it has just failed to answer the question. And now the CBO comes out with this report saying 24 million Americans, 14 in the next year. And we're supposed to also believe that these numbers are way off and that nobody's going to lose their health care? Can we be honest?
I don't think we're dodging the question. I think what we'll be saying is there's another more important question.
No, again, actually, there's the question that you're dodging.
No, if you give me a chance, I'll explain.
All right, answer that.
The Democrats have always seemed to be focused on coverage, all right? And they covered me. I was on.
Was the President of the United States. He has been very focused on
coverage.
If
you let me finish, please, just a second. I was covered. I was on Obamacare. I was on the exchanges as a member of the House, okay? I had the same plan that somebody who makes a lot less than I did at the time would have. I had a $12,000 or $15,000 a year annual deductible. I could afford it. How could the person who makes 1/5 of what I was making ever afford to go to the doctor? And that's where we're trying to drive the conversation. Yes, you sit there and talk about coverage, but coverage is not the end. People don't get better with coverage. They get better with care, and that's the conversation we are trying to have. So you ask me about coverage, I say, look, that's fine, but let's talk about how to afford to get actual care.
Look, that's fine, meaning yes, there are millions of people who will lose their coverage.
But if you have coverage that doesn't allow you to go to the doctor, what good is it in the first place?
Well, most of these